What's up, YouTube? It's Nerdy, and welcome back to the Transmissions Draft League, Season number 3. Today, I am bringing you our Week 2 matchup versus Celadon, who is the coach of the delightful Delphoxes. Today, I am feeling extremely confident. I believe that we have as close to a 100-0 matchup as you could possibly get in this matchup. And let's go ahead and meet the team to understand why. First up, we're going to start with a Choice Scarf Dracovish. We drafted this Pokemon in the first round for a reason, and that reason is Vicious Rend. As long as we're able to move first, this Pokemon quite literally KOs 70% of my opponent's team in a single hit. And that's because he only has 3 resistances to Vicious Rend in my knowledge. And one of them is a quite frail Pokemon in Ogerpon Teal Mask. So that Pokemon will still take 80%. His best answer to Dracovish is, ironically, Latias, which if we are able to hit that with a Crunch or an Outrage, definitely is not going to be liking that. But we are also packing Super Fang in case we do basically get into a scenario where we can't hit something with a Vicious Rend. My plan is to never click anything except for Vicious Rend, so Dracovish will be doing that. Furthermore, we have the best Dark type in the game, and we're going up against a team that has 6 Psychic types on that team. And so we're bringing Mega Tyranitar. Mega T-Tar is Protect, Knock Off, Rock Slide, and Snarl. Snarl obviously to beat those special attackers that are super prevalent on our opponent's team. Knock Off KOs most of his Psychic types, and Rock Slide, of course, is just great spread damage. We don't outspeed much of our opponent's team, but that's not really that big of a deal. Mega T-Tar is also just so bulky that even a Mega Gallade close combat shouldn't take us out, especially if we are able to intimidate that Pokemon. I'm not actually bringing that this week, so not going to be too much of a impact, but we have lots of answers for Mega Gallade, so I'm not worried about that. Mega T-Tar, obviously one of our ace Pokemon, best Dark type in the game at this point, in my opinion, and yeah, it should be a complete house even against something like Tapu Lele, which can actually hit Mega T-Tar super effectively. That Pokemon still is not going to like seeing the Sandstorm come up, which will make Mega T-Tar even more bulky. Next up, we get a Life Orb Houndstone because, like I said, 6 Psychic types means that Ghost type moves are going to go absolutely crazy this match. And Fire Fang is actually decent enough coverage for some of those resists that I was talking about. Ogerpon Teal Mask should actually drop to a Last Respects after 1 or 2 knockouts on our side. But Shadow Sneak and Fire Fang will clean it up. And we are Sand Rush this time because we are running a lot more offensive. Debut game for Scyther here. We're just running a very standard fast supportive set with Eviolite. We got Tailwind Protect, dual Wing Beat because that takes out things like a Sash Pokemon on our opponent's team. And we are also running Struggle Bug because that is kind of just like another Snarl that also does the same thing. Next up, we also have Aegislash. Aegislash here for the Wide Guard. It's also another Ghost type, so we have another Ghost Stab here. It's incredibly bulky in its shield form, meaning that even things like Armarouge won't be able to take us out. But we are also packing Wide Guard for in case we are going a little bit slower than our opponent and they're able to start clicking Expanding Force. I'm not too worried that that's going to be an issue, but we have it just in case. And then finally, we have Sash Palmot. This is kind of just in case we want to go away from Mega T-Tar. I don't think that's going to be happening, but Fake Out is good when our opponent doesn't bring Psychic Terrain. Rival Blessing makes Last Respects even stronger. Knockoff, really good dark coverage, and then Nuzzle is really important for the disruption that it provides. But that is all I have for this week's team. Like I said, I think we have an insanely good matchup, and that's not only because we have some of the best Dark and Ghost types in the league up against a team that is incredibly weak to Dark and Ghost, but we also have Dracovish, who kind of doesn't have an answer this week. So let's go ahead and get into the game. Good luck to my opponent.
Stuck in it. I heard about your friends and benefits. I thought you needed time for you. You popped up on my brakes and you're making me stew. And now I'm cutting to exterminate everything you know. It doesn't matter, I'm making this brand new. And I don't care who you're talking to. It doesn't matter, I'm coming to the rescue. Don't hesitate, I've got an eyes for you. You just slip right through them. It's like some kind of test that I can't ever win. And now I felt again. Cause you think I'm the type that could knock a net. But maybe I just never met you. You're putting up the guard, but I lost a full coup. I'm gonna conquer you. Exterminate everything you know. It doesn't matter, I'm making this brand new. And I don't care who you're talking to. It doesn't matter, I'm coming to the rescue. Don't hesitate, I've got an eyes for you. I'll sound the ladder, I'm taking you higher. Where would you be between me and you? One in a million, I'm gonna be a man on the moon.
So I do realize that I was muted for that first part. Unfortunate. But we see our game plan coming into full effect here. Mega Gallade on the field next to Tapu Lele. I think this is going to be a really easy just Vicious Rend the Gallade here. Both of these Pokemon do have Protect, but because I do have T-Tar in the back, I do want to take out this Gallade as quickly as I can. And I'm honestly feeling okay to just click Struggle Bug. We'll keep this Tapu Lele from hopefully KOing our Dracovish. So let's go ahead and do that. This also has the added benefit of breaking Lele's Sash. Okay, Mega Glade comes out. Vicious Rend does take out that Pokemon. Struggle Bug comes out, drops Lele's special attack, and now we are in an interesting spot. Armarouge going to come out. Unfortunately, I don't think this Pokemon can take a Vicious Rend. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and I think it's just Struggle Bug number 2. Okay, Vicious Rend comes out, takes out the Armarouge. And Lele's going to block a Struggle Bug. Okay, we see Ogerpon now come in. And I'm going to go ahead and take out the Lele here. I'm going to go for Dual Wing Beat onto the Ogerpon. Okay, it is Spiky Shield from the Ogerpon. Lele goes down here. Yeah, I think this is just gonna be a Dracovish game. Dracovish. Okay, even behind a Reflect, that still does a ton of damage, and with a crit, Ogerpon still can't take us out. Scythe is gonna get the final KO here, and that is a clinical game number 1. We don't even reveal our back 2 Pokemon. I mean, that was so dominant. There's no reason for us to change. We're gonna stick to our game plan. Like I said, we didn't even reveal our back 2 Pokemon, so we're gonna go ahead and stick to that. As I was saying in the intermittent where I was muted, he only has 2 resistances for the Fishious Rend, and they're not great, aside from the Latias. And the Tapu Lele is really hating that I have T-Tar, so that its Sash is not really available. Okay, this is a scenario where I want to bring in T-Tar. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring in T-Tar here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm just gonna click Struggle Bug here. Actually, no. Let's go ahead and click Dual Wing Beat on the Ogerpon. Okay, Follow Me comes out. Dual Wing Beat. I'm gonna go ahead and take out that Ogerpon, and Tailwind I assume is gonna come out. Okay, Armarouge gonna come in here. Let's go ahead and Mega Evolve. This Pokemon cannot hurt T-Tar at all. So let's go ahead and also go for a knockoff into the Latias, and we'll go Struggle Bug here. Yeah, let's just go. We'll actually protect here because we're gonna try to stall out some Tailwind turns. Okay, Draco Meteor. Not too much damage here. Armor Cannon goes into the Protect, and Knockoff's gonna take out the Latias. Lele, the final Pokemon here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and click Rock Slide. We can match Tailwinds here. Yeah, let's go ahead and match a Tailwind. Armor Cannon is gonna take out the Scyther here. Rock Slide coming out, connects on both, takes out the Armarouge. Lele gonna take a ton of damage there. And he does have another turn to Tailwind, so I guess we'll go into Houndstone here. And let's go Knockoff and Last Respects here. We did not invest in our speed because the only way that he was going to outspeed our Houndstone was with Tailwind. Either way, Last Respects comes out and does take out the Tapu Lele, and that is going to be a quick 2-0 victory for the Bewears. Good game. Unfortunate. I do think that this is probably Celadon's worst match at this season. Like I said, Dracovish didn't really have an answer on his team outside of Latias, and we were very easily able to counter that. So yeah, that's a win for your Bewears. Great bounce back win for us, and hopefully it's going to start a steam train of momentum heading towards playoffs. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all did enjoy. And be sure to continue cheering on your Bewears. I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye-bye.